What? Hey, folks. Good evening, everybody.
It's not time yet. Oh, yes, it is. Okay.
It's Hamp and Sharon with you one more time again, the old folks. And we hopefully we'll have something that will help you along your journey of relationship, your marriage, and your friendship with your best buddy. We hope we got something that's good for you tonight. Okay? Let's pray real quick. Lord God, thank you one more time again for the joy that we have of being each other's best friend. And hopefully, Lord, sharing what you have given us with others to enrich their relationship. You know, your word does it for us, Lord. You really talk to us and allow us to appreciate each other. So we're grateful for that and grateful for the opportunity to share. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I have to apologize for the noise in the background.
What'd you stop it? I thought you were going to turn it off.
It said only 1 minute, so I guess go ahead and stop it, honey, because it just started doing its thing.
If I turn that thing off, it ain't never work again. You better go ahead.
Because you don't touch it that often?
No, I don't. I take the dry clothes out and that's it.
Push the button that says off. That's all you have to do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the far left. Yeah, Hemp doesn't wash the clothes. He folds them, so he's out of his zone right now. See it? See the button? On the left. See it? It says off or on or start, something like that. Oh, you know what? It's on the right, Hemp. The one, it's a green button. I'm sorry, y'all. That's it. Okay, that's it.
You know it only has 6 more seconds.
I know, honey. No, that's minutes. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. We're going to Hamp's in charge. Well, you know, he's supposed to be leading the discussion, and I'm so proud of him. He read his book. Well, he didn't read the whole thing, you know.
No, you guys got to see the book. I'm going to show you one more time again. We talked about this last week, and I want to show you. This is the book for guys, for the girls to read about their husbands, okay? See all this information we got? See this? 50 pages, y'all. 50 pages. And then for me, I get this encyclopedia. It's got 267 pages in it. Okay.
Okay. It's okay. It's all right. But you did good.
Yeah, okay. You're right.
Okay, go
ahead.
But
anyway, we're talking tonight about being your wife's best friend. Okay. I got a question for you, Sharon.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Didn't think the professor...
No, I didn't think you would.
Oh, yeah, I got some questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. Last week we talked about the wife being the best friend for the husband. Mm-hmm. And we talked about what first attracted you. Your question was, what attracted me to you?
Yes.
And I told you there were 2 things about you that really attracted me to you. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was more than that. It was 3.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1 was you were new in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. That let me know that you were not a cousin. And that's a good thing, okay? Number 2 was your smile attracted me. Mm-hmm. And it really kept me, wow, I'm going to see her again, okay? Aww. That smile was great. Number 3 was you smelled good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So good that I wanted to taste you. That's when I asked you.
We got the pastors on here.
That's when I asked you if I could kiss you. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's me.
Is that what it was?
Those were the things. But of course, over time we got to know each other, mm-hmm. and I was able to indulge more and to see more about you. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you're here, Beverly Main. You're gonna be my witness, girl. Okay. All right.
And the Gibsons are watching too.
And the Gibsons too.
Gordon Gibson.
Gordon and Betty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, my question to you, Sharon,
mm-hmm.
is what did you see about me that attracted you?
I thought you were nice. Your shoes weren't run over. You smell good. You were cute. You're a country boy. And I just like the way you treated me. You're really a gentleman, you know, until you kissed me that first time. You were really a gentleman.
I was a gentleman
You were a
until I
gentleman until you
kissed
kissed me that first kiss. That was not a gentlemanly kiss. No.
you. Yeah, it was.
Okay, well, anyway. But ultimately, over the course of our dating, I just really like the way you talked to me. You were always interested in what I had to say, and you were interesting to talk to. You really were. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we did a lot of talking about plans, okay, about everything. Even when I was in the military, and away from home, and you were in college, we wrote about everything. We wrote about how we wanted to spend our money, about putting our income in one account and using that. We talked about purchasing a home. We talked about children and how.
We even named our kids.
Yeah, how about that? Okay. Except for one, we did not.
Couldn't figure out a third name.
But I don't remember
You named Hampton.
naming Hampton until.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that until we actually adopted him.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah, I don't
You won
remember.
those toys for me at the fair, and we had 2 toys you won. We named one Hampton.
No, I don't remember that. I remember Lori. I remember we named one doll Lori.
You wanted Lori. You wanted
Lori
Lori Ann. I
Yeah.
said, oh no.
Yeah, Lori Lane was much better.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lori Lane, and the other one we named was Hampton.
I don't remember that
Yeah,
part.
a little
Okay.
brown dog. I wish I had him. But all his stuffing came out.
Okay. So anyway, so okay, now we're going to talk about more questions about being your wife's or your husband's best friend.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how to become your wife's best friend. We talked about husband last week. Remember, it didn't take much. So this week, this is actually one of two. This is 2 parts.
Mm-hmm.
The first part is actually how keeping your wife your best friend. This is assuming that your wife is already your best friend. But if she's not, this is
How
gonna,
can you persuade her?
yeah, this is
to be your best
right.
friend?
To be her best friend. And
But it's really amazing. Some of the things they talked about in the book, we were doing already. Okay, before reading about them, it was certain things it was talking.
have we
about.
always done those things?
I would say yeah. I remember when we first got married, you had summers off, so I would hurry home when we lived in the apartment, and it wasn't until we moved into 4 Seasons when we got our first house, that things started to change. Okay, because the kids came shortly after that.
Wait a minute, we were married for 5 years before the kids came.
That's true. But there were certain things that we did, like when I was reading that book, it talked about walking and holding your wife's hand. It talked about that when you walk, okay? I missed that part because it's kind of hard for me to do that now, okay? I can't keep my balance and walking without
I
having
do miss
nothing
that.
on the swinging
Yeah.
over here. Okay.
Well, if I get on your right side and then I'm in
you
step
are
with
on
you,
the right side, yeah.
yeah, and then
That's the only side you can be on.
I know.
Yeah. You can try getting on the left side. I wonder whose hand you're holding on that side. Okay.
But if I'm on your right side and we I synchronize my walk with you so that my left foot and your right foot go forward at the same time, then you can swing that way. But even then, it is hard because it kind of pulls you off balance.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we have to be careful with that. Okay, because it'd be often difficult for her to pick me up off the ground or help, so we have to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
But it was little things that we were doing. One of the things it talked about is how I can't be an Archie Bunker, okay, in order to be her best friend. I can't come home from work, sit down, and get in my comfortable chair and ask her to get me a beer while she's cooking dinner. Okay, can't do that. Even though I just didn't do that. We didn't do that. I got home the way our household ran. I was at work at 0:30 in the morning, so I got off at 2:30. My day ended at 2:30. I could have dinner on the table ready for everybody, and we would do that. Okay, that's the way our house ran. So that was a good thing. Every now and then, and when Sharon had a difficult day, I could tell because that took her the longest to come into the house. She was sitting in the car, and the kids would wonder, Dad, why mommy?
I did.
Why mommy sitting out there in the car so long?
Sometimes I sat for
I
an
said,
hour
she's just
in that
resting.
car. Yeah.
She's just resting. So I draw a hot bath for her, and I had a little TV I put in the bathroom for her. Okay. That was just in case she made me mad, I could throw the TV in the water. No, I'm just,
No.
I'm just kidding. Okay, but we had the bathroom so she could set up like that so she can relax. Okay, and I found that to be very important. I wasn't too good with doing projects with the kids or things like that. Some things we could do, I could do with the kids, but the real fine stuff, my baby had to do that. Okay, but I do remember one science project working with him, the one where he measured the acidity in water in that area. Mm-hmm. Okay, I do remember that one.
Rainwater.
The rainwater, yeah.
Acid rain, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, we did that. Well, I do things like that. But I found out, I didn't mind shopping. I didn't mind doing things because I realized at one time somebody came to my house to talk to me, and when I answered the door, I had soap suds on my hands. And this guy goes, Connie, what are you doing? This is a elder gentleman, okay? What are you doing? I said, well, I'm just washing dishes, that's all. I said, what can I do for you? You washing dishes? He forgot all about why he came to see me. You washing dishes? Yeah, I'm washing dishes, okay? Okay, so anyway, he couldn't believe that. Okay.
A lot of men don't realize you look awful sexy in an apron with soap suds on your hands.
Listen, I wasn't going to bed with him, okay? Okay, so it didn't concern me at all what he thought. Okay. Okay, so those are the things, little things like that. Bringing your beloved flowers, going out to dinner, keeping a date night, act like you're dating, because I said it before. When you're dating each other, before you make that commitment, you want everything perfect. So you got to keep that same attitude. You got to do things for her and with her to imply how important. There was nothing. I mean, I would come home from work. I wore a suit and tie today to work every day, but I would come home, take a shower again. Okay, but I would wash the car first, then take that shower. And then go out and catch sleep.
Oh, this is when we were dating?
Yeah.
Oh, you did that? That's why you always smell nice and fresh?
Listen, before I got a job, I would cut all the lawns in the community I could to get some money in my pocket to take you out somewhere. I would run into my grandfather's room because my grandfather and grandmother raised me. I'd go in my grandparents' bedroom, and I'd wear my grandfather's Old Spice out. My man was always this bottle sure is getting this stuff going quick.
He didn't smell. Oh, he probably wasn't home when you
wasn't
left.
home. No. I sprinkle my stuff on there everywhere, boy, and gone down the road. Okay, I would do things like that. So anyway, those are the kind of things we got to do, guys. And they talked about the dating, and one of the things we talk about when we do seminars about how important it is to date, to never stop. Like, I got her now, I married her. She said I do, I'm done. You are never done, guys. You got to keep on doing what you did. The same type of things you were doing to attract her to you, you must continue to do all the days that you're together. Okay, you got to continue to do it. You got to still open doors for her. Still go out to the movies. Still go out to dinner. Buy something every now and then just for her, just to let her know you're thinking about her. Call her unexpectedly. Touch her unexpectedly, okay?
Yeah. I was reading something in that book. It was saying how The average woman likes to be touched.
8 times a day.
8 times a day. Touch me.
Yes.
Touch me. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, 8 times a day. Okay.
Take that
Now,
message from that little boy that touched my finger.
Okay.
And I fell in love. I was in love for 12 years
But
with that little boy.
touch, this touch is not one to rip her clothes off type of touch. No, not that kind. Okay. It's not one of these things. I want you now, baby. No, not one of those things. Okay, you just touch her and keep on walking.
Yeah, don't stop.
Okay,
just keep on going.
Just,
and what it does, it just lets me know that you see me, that I'm seen, that you're not taking for. I'm washing dishes, and it's like I see you, baby. And it, just brush a, pat on the behind, something like that.
Acknowledging her when she walks into the room. You can be doing like out somewhere, and she will come into the room or go on the other side of the room. Acknowledge her. Okay. For instance, I noticed this when we sometimes in church we don't sit together because I'm in the choir loft or we're in the choir loft or in different ends of the choir loft, or I have to be there 30 minutes before she has to be there or something like that. And to see her in the balcony, boy, and to see her smile when our eyes see each other, yes, Lord, thank you.
I love it when I walk in the room and your face lights up. I will never get tired of that.
All this dark chocolate lights up. It happens, okay? It happens.
Yes. Like he hadn't seen me. We just seen each other. We rode to church together. He dropped me off, and then I walked in by myself or something like that, and he comes in, and his face just lights up. So hey,
something happened. The last service I went to before we left, a guy came in, Daryl Smith. Daryl Smith saw me. He said, "Where's Miss Sharon?" I said, "Oh, she's visiting with her mom today. They'll be watching it on the Facebook platform. On Facebook.
On YouTube.
Okay." He goes, "Oh man," he said, I'm just not used to not seeing her with you. Okay, that just don't happen. Okay, so tell her I said hello and I missed her. Okay, it's really something when somebody sees you and think of your mate. They can see her and say, "Hey, where's him?"
I can look at people at church, and I can tell how their husbands treat them by just looking at them. You can tell. You can look at their faces and tell that they have a good marriage, and they're still having fun. I'm not gonna call any names. I don't have to, because I've told some of those people already. They know who they are because I've talked to them.
Yeah, you got to work at it. It's work. It's not automatic. You never arrive. You never get the Oscar. You never get the. It's constantly maintained.
And this one couple has been married longer than we have. They know who they are. They don't hear today. I don't think she's on here today. But they know who they are. They've been married 54, 55 years, something like that. A long time. So, and we didn't start out as being best friends. Yes, I liked Hamp. I loved Hamp. I cherished Hamp. But does not mean that we were best friends.
You're right. I think from 78 to 80 was the worst time.
Oh, gosh.
That was the worst time in that relationship. 1978 through 1980. That was the worst time.
Just 2 years?
That was the lowest period that I can remember, okay? Up until then, before the kids came.
Yeah.
After
kids will wreak havoc on your marriage. If your
marriage,
but
they can also enrich it. It was fine.
I'm not talking about that part. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about when they first come in your marriage. If you don't have a solid, happy, rock solid marriage, and the kids start coming, it can wreak havoc on your married life, and you have to work triple hard, quadruple hard. Doesn't mean you can't overcome it, but it takes a lot of work because you have to make your spouse your priority, and it is really hard when you got a baby screaming because he needs to be fed or changed or held or whatever, and you got to leave in the middle of whatever, to take care of the baby. And you can't you can't be spontaneous because the kids are knocking on the door.
Yeah, I remember. Or you wake up, or you look up and they're there.
They're there.
Whoa, where you come from?
like cats.
Yeah,
You don't hear
yeah.
them coming. And then you look, you think you get it. You
And
try
they watch it like you watch television. That was
lock
something.
that door.
Yeah. After that, yes, baby, yes, yes. It's something. It's really something. So, but it's good. Everything has been good. If you could take the time to look back over, you'll see how God blessed you. Okay, you really can see it.
Yep.
But you got to work at it. You got to work at it. All right, and I'm grateful. What
I wrote down
Uh-oh.
what I consider, because I have a best friend. I have a couple, 3, 4.
That's good.
But they're different. They for different things. I don't have one friend for everything. Not even you, Hampton Conway. You know more about all the stuff that I want in a best friend than all the rest of them combined. But what I define in a best friend is a confidant, someone I could, tell my most secret things to, and don't have to worry about it going anywhere else. I can be transparent, and they're transparent, so that I don't have to read between the lines when you're talking to me. Not needy. Now, not being needy and needing me are not the same thing. Needy is, just every time you turn, I need you to call me. I need you to be here. I need you to be. No. Needing me to help you get dressed is not the same thing as being needy. And I don't
want it. No.
I don't want a needy. No.
Okay.
Gives me permission to complain, whine, just rant in words or on paper. Now that is where you need some improvement. I'm just saying that's what I need my girlfriends for, because I can, I can call them and
say the same thing
over and over, and they will hear it. Yeah, girl, like they haven't heard it before.
We already talked about that.
That's just what he'll say, and I will bring up.
I just told you about that.
I keep saying, I'll say, hey, so and so. And I just need to say, it's like peeling an onion. When you have really a lot of stress or something's really bothering you, every time you talk about it, it takes off some of the stress from it. It makes it less pungent, like you're peeling an onion.
Even though it's the same thing?
Same thing. But I know I can only say it to him once. He will not, I can't even sneak it. I can try to rephrase it. And he recognizes it. You already said that. And, that's not what I'm looking for. I just need an ear. And that's the one thing that would make you the perfect friend. But I don't think that's ever going to happen, because most men don't want to hear it more than once either. That's what my girlfriends want. I call them and I say it 4 or 5 times, maybe even in the same conversation. And it's just like, yeah, girl, I'm feeling you, girl. Oh, child, I know. I understand. But yeah, that's the one thing that I don't know if you can ever do better with that, honey. I don't know. And accepts my no as no without an explanation. If I tell Hamp no, now that took some getting used to, especially for Hamp, because he would say no, and I'm still trying to convince him to say yes, and he wasn't going for that. So, but it has taught me to put value in my no. So if I say no, he doesn't try to convince me. He listens to my. Like I said, you don't do that. Never mind. You do not.
Listen, there is a guy that's listening or watching here.
Is he on here?
And we used to go to Florida. We used to work there in Florida. And we found this church. We were looking for a Sam's Club. We found this church, a United Methodist Church, and we decided that we were going to go there, worship there. It was called Lake Gibson United Methodist Church. Fell in love with the people, so every time we came to winter in Florida, Polk City, Florida, we worshiped at the same United Methodist Church, Lake Gibson. The pastor is on here. He's watching. Okay.
So you need to watch your mouth, right?
He's retired now. I miss this guy. I really.
He's in Tennessee. Are we going through Tennessee anytime soon?
Wow, I miss the guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I'm glad to see that you're there, Pastor Polk.
Yes.
Okay. It was nice worshiping, wintering in Florida, and you be our pastor while we were there. But now we wouldn't go. We're not there anymore. We're in South Carolina. We went to South Carolina now, okay, instead of going to Florida. Let me tell you why. Our kids told us that, listen, you guys are getting up in age. Y'all are getting old. And Florida is too far away for you all to go away from us. So we miss you all for Thanksgiving and Christmas. We want you to be a little closer to home. So we decided, we told them about this place and how we can be back home in about 8 hours, 7, 8 hours. We can be back home. So they, oh yeah, we like that. Because we like for you all to be closer to us, especially during the holidays. Because y'all ain't got that many more left. I don't believe these kids.
Yep, is it? Yeah.
Y'all ain't got
So
that
we're
many
leaving
more
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're packing up. We packed up the car,
Yeah.
and hopefully we didn't forget anything. It's hard, trying to take your house with you in a Volkswagen. That's not working so well.
Miss your Pastor Pope. That's all.
What can you do as a couple to help your wife be your best friend?
I can help her by just relieving her of some of the responsibilities that she does to shop for her, to stop, do the grocery shopping when I can. That's something I like doing. Grocery shopping, do the laundry, well, fold the laundry, wash the dishes, cook when I can, okay, to make your life easier. And it really is a joy, just the two of us. It's almost like honeymooning all over again.
It is.
It's just the two of us, and I'm grateful that we were able to do that. Yeah.
Because
Hey, David.
becoming best friends is a couple journey. It's a journey for the couple. There are things that we can do as a couple to make sure that we become each other's best friends. And some of them I listed are seminars, going to seminars, and we gave seminars too, but going to seminars, and that's how we started going to Lake Gibson United Methodist Church. They had a seminar on marriage seminar, and we went there to their marriage seminar, and then after that we gave one at the church. Read books together, retreats, going to retreat, marriage retreats, communication between the two of us. We need to sit down and talk, like you said, get a Slurpee, ice cream, something like that. Go to a marriage counselor or a therapist, and we did that. We did that more as a family when our grandkids came to live with us. But still, she discussed things going on in our marriage, and I was loaded up. I had my list ready to tell her, stop, don't do that. And all the things that Hamp needed to improve, and the things he wasn't doing right. And I was ready to unload with him sitting right there in front of witnesses, in front of the therapist and the Lord, right there. And when she got finished with me, I just put my little list back in my pocket, because it let me realize that it's not just Hampton. It's both of us. And then we had to make concessions for both of us. We need to talk about it. If something's bothering me, I need to talk about it, and he needs to listen, and vice versa. And so it's not just a one-way thing. So if you decide to go to a therapist and you thinking that it's all his fault, or you think it's all her fault, get ready. Because if you have a really good therapist and you need one, just DM me. I'd be glad to give you one in our area that we went to. And it was wonderful.
It was.
It was really, really good. Also, I kidnapped Hampton one day after church. Like I said, we didn't have a lot of money, but so I kidnapped him right after morning service and took him to a bed and breakfast on Tillman Island Inn. And we went there and we spent the evening. We had dinner there, and it was we were there less than 24 hours, but it felt like we had been there a week. It was wonderful. It just relieved the stress of just being away from everybody else. And we was about 2.5 hour, about 2 hour ride there, and it was longer coming back when we stopped at roadside stands to get some fresh fruit and vegetables and stuff. We really had a nice time. We walked around in the town to see the shops and stuff.
Yeah.
It was on St. Michael's. So we really enjoyed that. Also, learn how to play hooky. We used to play hooky, and it was so story time. What we used to do is we would get dressed just like we were going to work, because the kids were there. They were in high school, and they were there. And so they were getting dressed, getting ready to go. And it must have been sooner than that, because when they were in high school, they would leave at 7 o'clock. So it must have been there when they were in middle school, because they were still there when I was getting ready to go to work. And so I would get dressed. Hamp was already gone, and I would get dressed like I was going to work. And and then they would catch the bus. The bus always came before I left. And once they left, hey, I turned around and came back in the house, and Hamp would come home, and we play hooky the whole day. We play hooky either at home, or we just go someplace and spend the day out in the city. I like being home better. Yes. Anyway, learn to play hooky. You know, all that leave you got, the use or lose, you need to use some of that. Because this is the time of the year when you start using and losing it. Or whenever it is. I forget. What time of the year is it? You in the government. When do you use and lose it?
You have to do it before the end of the year.
Okay. So you need to get some of that use and lose. Get some of that leave gone. Make your friendship a priority.
Mm-hmm.
Put it before your job. Put it before everybody else. When we were dating, you did not look at football. And I know it was on TV because I got tired of looking at it when I was down the country. On Saturday, that's all you saw on TV. But you didn't watch no football.
My priorities changed, okay?
So now it's football instead of me?
They're going to change again.
I want you to know, Hampton sacrificed watching football tonight. He does not have the TV on. And I'm just so proud of you, sweetheart. He has been evolving. Yes.
2 minutes.
Okay. So he does not have to, and I did not watch TV. We didn't have cell phones back then. But I didn't do any of the other things that would distract me from listening to him. So when he was talking to me, I was looking at him. I wasn't looking at the cell phone and scrolling to the phone. Yeah, Oh, that's so disrespectful. I was giving him my attention. Look at him when he's talking to you. Look at her when she's talking to you. You look at her. You might look up on something, because she can't catch your eye and wink at you and flirt with you if you got your face in the phone. She probably just bat her eyes and give you the signals. You missing all the signals because you're too busy checking your email. No, don't do that. Give her your attention. Make her a priority.
What driving to California?
Oh, you talking about? This was the tune-up. Remember they talking about the tune-up in that book?
Oh yeah.
We almost threw out here too.
It's 32 minutes.
Okay. Uh-oh.
What'd you do? You turned your computer off.
Oh, did I?
Move.
Right back to where it was. Oops. That's what happened last time.
You want to tell everybody good night?
I will, but we're not on there yet. Are we on there?
It's still running.
Is it still running?
Yep.
Oh, it is?
So you're live on your phone.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. There I am. Oops. Okay, guys.
That's how you turned it off last time.
I sure did, didn't I? Oh my goodness. No, that's not it. That's gone. I'm not live anymore on there. I was live on here. Okay.
Where's the picture?
I don't know. I think it can see me, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. Okay. All right, I messed up.
Well, folks, the only people that don't make mistakes are people that don't do anything. Okay, so
I don't think it's showing
sorry.
anybody.
We're gone. We thank you for coming with us and Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, wait a minute. We can't see your faces, but they can see us. Oh, they can hear. I don't know if they can hear us or not. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to end this and start it again.